Good evening, everybody. It's Lady Dre 1977, and I am back with another video. Tonight, I wanted to talk about what narcissism is and give my own definition of narcissism. I also wanted to discuss the characteristics according to the DSM-5. There are 13 listed that I counted characteristics of narcissism, and I wanted to just give a couple throughout a couple of videos that I wish to do during the week and give examples of what those videos are. So yes, I did want to go into that as well as the examples, just giving maybe 2 or 3 per video, and just to explain to people who may not know about what narcissism is, just give an explanation to that. There are people out there that still don't know, even though it is being talked about everywhere. There are people who still don't know what that is and what it entails dealing with someone who has narcissistic personality disorder. And yes, I'm going to read from the DSM again, as well as a couple of the characteristics and some of my examples. And you are welcome to speak on your experiences and examples as it refers to narcissist and the disorder in the comment section. I welcome you to subscribe as well and share my videos. Now, just to get started, according to the overview for narcissistic personality disorder, according to the DSM-5, it states that it is a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of self-importance. There's a deep need for excessive attention, and that is very true, and admiration. And you'll notice this from people who are narcissistic. They have trouble in relationships because of the way that they act and the way that they treat you, because they feel like they need you. They need something from you in order to feel a certain way. It's like when you put a plug into an outlet in order for your phone to work or for a radio to work. They need that energy for you in order to thrive and survive, because they can't pull it from themselves like regular people can. There are people who were raised and they were told things about themselves, positive things. They came up with that attitude. They're able to stand and look in the mirror and say who they are with confidence. That's what narcissists lack. Now, I'm getting off of the actual definition of the DSM-5, but to continue, they have the deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and the inflated sense of self-importance, which I already mentioned. They lack empathy in others, and that's where you'll catch something really different. You may think that, okay, this person just doesn't care, but that's one of the big things too when dealing with narcissists. They lack empathy for other people because they just don't care, because in their minds it's all about them. So with that being said, here's my own definition. It is a mental condition because it is a spiritual issue. As I stated in a previous video, that these people have demons on them. Demons don't care. No, demons are not gonna feel anything for other people. They're not gonna have empathy. They're not gonna have sympathy. I mean, narcissists can feign those things. And of course, yes, demons, let's just be honest, in the spiritual realm, I've told you about my relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. And in the Bible, it talks about demons. You know, demons are on their way essentially to the lake of fire. If they're on their way to the lake of fire, they have no hope. they, are in a depressed state because they know what their end is going to be. And I know I'm, kind of getting into something that's off topic, but these types of people, I believe, inhabit demons, and they feel the way they feel because not just because of demons, but also because of how they were raised. Some of these people were very spoiled and given a lot as children, and they expected to carry that attitude into the rest of their lives, just using other people to get what it is they want. And also, there are those on the other end of the spectrum whom they were raised by narcissists themselves, and they made a decision sometime early on in life. I'm not going to let people get the best of me. I'm not going to let people use me, drain me, treat me badly. Oh no, I'm getting ready to turn this thing around. I'm getting ready to be the one that uses people, mistreats people. And that's who they become. And I'm telling you, some of these people can be very ruthless. So let me move on into the characteristics, or it calls them symptoms, of narcissistic personality disorder, and some of the things that the characteristics that they actually display. They have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. An example for me is in the workplace. A narcissistic supervisor I've seen, a covert narcissist. And this is what she does. A good manager, if they want something from you, they're going to approach you and ask, or they'll send an email. Listen, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. If you could get it done, blah, blah, blah. Here's what you need to do. You need my help. I'm here. Not this particular person. What she does, she does not like to communicate verbally. That speaks volumes. Now, will she communicate? Yeah, there are times when she will. But her attitude is because she thinks she's so important, because she's knowledgeable in the work that we do. And that is good. I don't take that away from her. But she has an expectation that you and everybody else around her come to her and ask questions. And then with that, the sense of entitlement and the requirement of constant excessive admiration. So not only does she want everyone to come to her and ask her questions because she's so knowledgeable, it gives her narcissistic supply, or it gives her energy. It makes her feel good that people need her. She wants people to come to her so that she can, tell about everything she knows and how to process something and how to do this task or do that task. She really doesn't like to have to ask you something, especially again verbally. There have been times when I've seen her just look at me and she expects me to look back at her so that she can talk to me. How insane is that? I have never experienced that before. And some of you may be experiencing it. Some of you may not ever have experienced that before. But that to me is just totally insane. If I need something from someone, I'm just going to come out and ask. No. Not only that, the thing that gets me is because I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert. I meant to say introvert. And that, can really drain me to have to deal with that. And not only is it about, the self-importance as far as me having to, if I need something from her, I always have to go to her. It's not a reciprocal relationship, but she's a micromanager. And that that also zaps the energy out of me, and it can zap the energy out of anybody who's being micromanaged, because there seems to be a lack of trust and there is a definite lack of boundaries there. So those are the first two characteristics: an exaggerated sense of self-importance. They gotta feel important because behind the mask, they feel bad about themselves. They have a sense of entitlement and require excessive admiration. They need that. They need that supply in order to thrive because they can't get it within themselves. So I just wanted to talk about those are the first two characteristics out of the list of 13. And I want to continue to make videos for those, again, who may not know or understand narcissism. And you can also go and pull up this information and you can look at the characteristics and the definition and see if you've ever experienced these characteristics from someone who suffers from from narcissistic personality disorder. So rate, comment, subscribe. Again, I hope you all have a good night. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and be saved.